Hello, welcome back to See What Sticks, a podcast about everything and nothing. I'm your host, Russell, and I'm alone again. So, yeah, and my creative juices are running out. So today we're going to be doing another episode of Dumb People on the Internet because I thought it was funny last time, and I got a lot I got a lot of good reception from it, so we're going to do it again. But before that, I'm going to get into what I've been doing since last week to this week, and I think that'd be a cool segment also at Choose Up Time. So that always helps. Sorry, I'm clicking the mouse, and you all will definitely be able to hear that. Okay, so since last week, I've seen some things. Seen some really good things, guys. I saw Shape of Water this weekend. It was fantastic. It was way past my expectations, and I knew it was good going in, but you all should see it. It's not just about a fish man having sex with a woman. It's a lot more. And director Guillermo del Toro says it's an adult fairy tale for troubled times, and that's a pretty good way to describe it. It's a lot about having voice and the voiceless trying to find their voice, and how a creature can be more human and more relatable than some of the humans. And it's fantastic. 100% recommend. Go see it. Let's hope it wins some Academy Awards. Also, today I went to go see Hamilton, the play, and oh my god, so good. Another thing that's just like really pertinent and relevant in our world, and it's awesome. You all should see it. It's jaw-dropping. It's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. And I was listening to the show tunes in the car just a little bit ago because it's mesmerizing. But that's what I've been up to. Now, listening at home, you can think to yourself, what have you been up to this week? Nice. That's been cool. I'm glad you've been up to that. Hopefully they've all been good things. Okay, so enough of that, unless I think of something else that I've been up to or go on a rant. Okay, so last week I actually rehearsed all the questions before I went into it, just because I had some time. However, this week I'm not, because it's 2:10 in the morning, and yeah, there's no way I was going to do all these questions. Let's go through this. Let's see some questions. Some of these that I'm looking up this week are different than last week, but some of them are the same, so I have to kind of sift through. Okay, first. So, again, I'm reading these how I'm seeing them. So sometimes the grammar of these super smart people online isn't always on point. So, where does vampires come from? Transylvania. That's where they come from. The easiest way to get to the top of the food chain? Be an apex predator like a shark. Just try your hardest to become a shark. That's that one. Wow, some of these are really okay. This one just came up, and I don't know what they're asking. How can I get back at my mom without shoving pizza crust up my butt? There's probably a lot of ways to do that, but you probably shouldn't want to get back at your mom. Your mom's probably pretty cool, and don't do that to your butt unless you want to go to the hospital. Okay, here. What percentage of water is celery? So probably, I think, what percentage of water is celery? I think someone says like 96%. So have fun on your celery swim teams. What? Okay, I don't know if I even want to read that one. But this is a real question that someone asked, and there's an answer, except it's kind of blurry, so I can't read it because I'm reading them off my phone. What is the density of a penis at melting point? I don't know. Is that a physics question or biology question? Yeah, no. Yeah, that I sometimes. Okay. What does it mean when someone says meow to you? That someone might be a cat, and you should just be nice because it's an animal. How do you get YouTube to come film you? Just email them or call them, and they will 100% come film you, and they will make you a vlog. Okay. How can I turn into Taylor Swift, or am I turning into Taylor Swift? If you think you might be turning into Taylor Swift, you probably are turning into Taylor Swift. So good for you. You're about to make a lot of money. This is, why do lizards die? Because you don't love them enough. That's the answer. Okay. There are some really weird ones on there that I don't know if I feel comfortable reading on a public forum because I'd be on a list. Okay. Okay, here. Can I... Never mind, 1 second. Let me do that because reading is hard. Can I tell by the smell of my husband's gas if he's been cheating? So I have a few questions about this question. How would you first know the smell of your husband's gas well enough to distinguish the differences? And 2, why is that the first place your mind goes to when you think your husband might be cheating? But also, third answer is yes, you can. Okay, another one like last time about being gay. How can I test if my son is gay? You can't. Just be cool. Okay. Are there birds in Canada? No, there are not. There are no birds in Canada. They all flew south for the winter a long time ago, and they decided not to come back. I made Jesus-shaped pancakes but burnt them. Am I going to hell? 100%. You have made Jesus incredibly angry. Don't burn your Jesus pancakes, guys. It's a real problem. How can I prevent my boyfriend from finding out I poop? Is this coming from a girl? Do girls poop? Is that a thing? Someone answer that question for me. I don't know. I should ask that online because that's a real question I've had. Are skeletons real or made up? Okay, I hate to burst the bubble for this person, but there's actually a skeleton living inside of you right now, and they are real. And you should definitely go to a doctor and talk to them about the skeleton that's living inside you, and you could probably get it removed if it hasn't been in there too long. So yeah. Okay, 60 seconds and 1 minute, aren't they the same? Nope, they're different. Okay, sorry, I had to beatbox while I was looking for more questions. Can you actually lose weight by rubbing your stomach? Yeah, so what you have to do is you get like a belt sander or a bunch of friends and you just rub your stomach real fast and you'll lose a lot of weight really quickly and you will have like Chris Hemsworth abs in no time. Just get all your friends, have them come over, lay down on the floor or on your bed and just have them jiggle you around and the fat should in theory melt off. Now, if it doesn't, you just keep doing it. Definitely don't work out or do sit-ups because that is proven to be useless. This is how you do it. Okay, what is the phobia of chainsaws called? It's called being smart. What happens if you paint your teeth with white nail polish? Everyone will think you're really smart and you'll have pearly whites until you die of poisoning from your teeth. Is it illegal to kill an ant? So they spelled it wrong, and I don't know if they mean like their dad or mom's sister or the insect. The answer to both of them is yes. Is it okay to boil your headphones? Yeah, if you want some hot beats. Sorry. Okay, next one. Is it weird my dog likes to watch me pee? Okay, let's break this one down. First, why are you putting your dog in a position to watch you pee? 2, why have you noticed your dog is watching you peeing? And 3, have you talked to your dog about this problem? Because you should probably ask the dog first, and you guys should have a sit down about him watching you peeing. And yeah, it might be a real problem. You might need to have some group therapy with your dog if there's an issue there. Okay, another one. How do I test to see if my turtle is gay? What? Okay, that I don't even have a fake sarcastic answer for that. Okay. Oh no, some of these. Okay. Are there any autographs of Jesus Christ? And if so, where can I buy them? You should go on eBay or to a pawn shop and see if they have any. And if they do, you should probably pay as much money as you physically can for one, because those go for a lot. It's like having the first issue of a comic book, except it's more important because of Jesus's autograph. So you should definitely get on that. Search on the internet a lot. How do I turn off caps lock? That's a mystery. You can't actually. It's really hard. So if you have caps lock on, your computer's pretty much like that forever. I am sorry. This is your new reality. Okay. How can I tell my future husband doesn't like me? Are you talking about someone you haven't met yet? Or are you talking about someone that you may be dating? And if you're asking that question, maybe you have to look inside yourself. Or maybe he's just not right for you. I'm going to start a relationship podcast, guys. I give the best advice. Okay. If a 2-year-old hands you a toy phone, should you answer it? Yeah, it's probably an important business call. You should answer it, and that's rude if you don't, because whoever's on the other line might be mad. What? This isn't even a question. My dog is my life, ! Has this ever happened to anyone before? Okay, the description is they're falling in love with their dog. Okay, so you're walking a very, very thin line right now. If you love your dog, that's awesome. I have 2 dogs. I love them, but you shouldn't go farther than that. Otherwise, you may be breaking some laws. So don't get any ideas from Family Guy or any other shows with anthropomorphic talking dogs. Just leave your relationship with playing fetch. What are the dumbest rumors you've heard about yourself? What? Are they asking me? That I'm funny. That's it. Is it wrong to hate a certain race? Yes. It's called racism. Not cool. What is the meaning of procrastination? I'll get back to that one. My wife just changed her Facebook status from married to widowed. Should I be worried? Yes, you should probably run now because she's planning something. Which is worse, ignorance or apathy? I don't know. I don't care. Why don't people gasp? Sorry. Why don't people grasp the difference between your and you are your? Because people don't know how to spell, and those are really hard things. That's some like grad school level stuff right there. Why does my arm shake and turn bright red when I eat dirt? Probably because you're eating the wrong kind of dirt, dude. Maybe you're just like allergic to that kind of dirt. Try different dirts, because if that one doesn't, like, it's one of those, if at first you don't succeed, try again, eat different dirt. And do they have toilet paper in Canada? No, just like birds, all the toilet paper flew south for the winter and has not come back. So if you're going to Canada, try to go bird watching or toilet paper watching. Better luck next time. Why do I feel butterflies in my stomach? Okay, two things. You probably swallowed a bunch of caterpillars at one time, and now all these butterflies are trying to break free. Or you have mean friends who put butterflies in you, or you had your mouth open inside one of those greenhouse garden things. Why are babies so ugly when they're born? Maybe because you're ugly and you have an ugly baby. That's why. Okay. How do I successfully become Justin? Sorry. How do I successfully become a Justin Bieber fan? I don't know. Like, listen to his music. Become a believer. That's how you do it. You just gotta believe in yourself. How to lose 50 pounds in a month? Like we said before, you just gotta shake that tummy. That's how you lose all that weight and you get that sweet, sweet bod. What's another word for knowing that you're right? Correct? Wow, we flew through those guys. So yeah, that was that. Cool. Let me find some more. Okay, I found more. Sorry if that was a little jarring. I paused and went back so I wouldn't have to beatbox anymore between finding questions, except I still have to read these, so you guys are going to get some beatboxing again. Okay, when I die and go to heaven, can I still watch anime? I guess it kind of depends. In heaven, if you get the cable package that has your anime channels, yes. But if you don't, probably not. You're going to have to pirate them. So just get ready to go back to pirating stuff, even if you're in heaven. Okay. I just ate 52 pizza rolls. Will I die in my sleep? Yeah, definitely. I don't. And then there's a description. There are 152 calories in 2 pizza rolls. Will I die? Oh, and I had 2 liters of Coke with it. You already should be dead. It's a miracle that if this is your diet, you are still alive. Start rubbing your tummy to lose all that weight. I'm sorry, I haven't read these before, and I'm on this site, and just some of these make me laugh. What kind of bees produce milk? The ones with udders. You got to find the ones with udders. If you get the ones with just stingers, you're not going to get milk out of those. You got those ones only produce honey, guys. You got to get the udder bees. The udder bees. What does it mean if you dream about falling down the Grand Canyon and being eaten by a dragon on the way down? Sorry, that's actually how the grammar is. If that's what your dream is, you should probably stop doing drugs before you go to sleep. I have a question about the world. Is that a statement or a question? I might have answers if you ask me a real question. So, does the universal rule of gravity apply to India as well? Yeah, I would guess so, because it's part of the universe. This one, I'm scared, bunch of exclamation points, answer. Maybe stop watching scary things. How about that? How are unicorns made? So you have to get a horse, and you have to get a narwhal. And you guys can guess the rest, but if everything works out, you will have the coolest unicorn. But yeah, that's how it is. It's half horse, half narwhal. What? Is there a spell to turn back into a human that actually works? Okay, so this person is in a real conundrum. So what they probably have done is they used a spell to turn into something else rather than a human. But the good thing is they're able to ask questions and still type. So they must be human-like. It doesn't say what they turned into, but I'm guessing they turned into a dragon or a mermaid. Maybe mermaid. Dragons can't really type on a phone or on a computer. They probably turned into a mermaid. But then it would be hard to text because you can't really text underwater. But the answer to the question is there a spell? No, you're stuck. Sorry, dude. You should have thought that one through. How do I stop eating my skin? Ew. So the thing is, this person likes to eat their dead skin and fingernails, and they pick their scalp and like eating that. That is super gross. Is there a way to stop? Yeah, just stop doing it. That's super disgusting. But that makes me want to kind of try it now. Okay. How do I successfully fool an elephant to go into the sea? Ooh, this is a tricky one. This is a big question a lot of people ask. Sorry, I'm reading the next one. It's really funny. So how do you get an elephant to go in the sea? Elephants like peanuts, right? Just throw a bunch of bags of peanuts into the ocean, and the elephant will go follow them. Is the Bugatti Voldemort a minivan? Yeah, it is. You should go pick one up right now. It's real fast. It's like 900 horsepower. Can games bite my ears? Probably. If you're wondering if your games are biting your ears, they just might be. Okay. If evolution is true, why do pigs not have wings? They do. They just don't let you see them, dude. Come on. Also, Red Bull gives you wings. They just have lots of Red Bull, and it's helped their evolution. What? Am I out of shape if a turtle can outrun me? No. You could have one of those speedy turtles. So if you don't, maybe you are out of shape and you have to do what the other guys are doing. Just rub that tummy and you'll get faster. Maybe you rub your legs because it might give you more leg strength. I haven't tried that one yet, but it might. What does the Leaning Tower of Pizza taste like? I would guess pizza. Is it possible to make toast in a microwave? Please, I'm craving toast at work. Yeah, here's how you make toast in a microwave. So you get a piece of bread, and then you get a toaster, and you put both those two things in the microwave, and you put the bread in the toaster, put that in the microwave. You turn the microwave on probably a minute, maybe a little longer if you like your toast really well done, and then take it out, and you'll have perfectly cooked toast every single time. That is how you do it. Who is the father of the internet? Who's the father of the internet? Al Gore. Should my dog learn to drive? Yeah, why not? If your dog wants to drive, I mean, you should definitely put him through driver safety school or driver's ed. But yeah, if your dog wants to drive, let him drive. Who wants to sell me their soul? That wasn't like a personal question. I'm reading that. Who wants to sell me their soul? Oh, and this person says, I'm taking offers around $50. That's pretty cheap for a soul. That's kind of a bargain if you're really talking about it. So who wants to sell them? I don't know. Maybe the person who turned themselves into a mermaid, maybe that's part of the way for them to get back to a human. You guys should contact each other, figure that one out. So is it better to learn American or British English? Depends who you ask. But if you want to be bilingual, you should probably learn American and British English. Otherwise, you might not get as many jobs. You know what I mean? It just says donut business. What? I plan on starting a business of selling donuts in the former USSR. Any advice? What? No, I don't have any advice on that. Okay. So I'm just dumbfounded at some of these questions, and I'm trying to come up with as sarcastic of an answer as possible, but sometimes they're just difficult, guys. I don't understand. Like last time I said, are they being for real, or are these just like troll jokes or trolling questions that get dumb people like me to actually read them and respond? Because if so, it has worked. But if not, I'm really, really nervous about some people's logic here. Okay, so next, I found more, guys. I found even dumber things. So before I was on BuzzFeed and I was looking at these dumb questions, which is always a good place to go at 2:37 in the morning. Okay, so this is the 35 dumbest things ever seen on the internet. So I'm going to describe these to you, and it's going to be astronomical. So the first one is a picture of a person with a, I think it's a racquetball racket. I'm going to just say tennis racket. And it has the Wilson W on it, right? Or is it Wilson? I don't know. It has a W on it. And the person is asking why the W doesn't show up in the reflection of the racket on the hood of his car. Because the W is painted on, dude. Okay. I was just trapped on an escalator for hours when the power went out. That's really scary. If you're ever trapped on an escalator when the power goes out, you better strap in and find a pee corner and establish that with all the other people on the escalator. The next one is a kid holding a turtle, and the biggest comment with the most upvotes says, "That's a really fat bird." You're right, that is a really fat bird. Okay, this next one, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but in the old, I actually still think they have it in like on Apple computers. I think on Windows computers as well. They have that thing where you can like fake green screen yourself into other locations, so you can be like under the sea or on a roller coaster. And this one says, "I went to France, guys," and this is probably a 12-year-old girl who photoshopped herself into a picture of the Eiffel Tower, except she didn't do it well, and half of her body's missing. And then people said, "Wow, that's really cool." I think they're being sarcastic. And guys, if you want to lie about going somewhere, put a little bit of work into your lies. Does every religion celebrate Thanksgiving? ? LOL. Sorry, I'm dumb. XD. No, you're not dumb. That's a very logical question. Yes, definitely. Every religion celebrates Thanksgiving. Okay. Someone just tried to convince me that the sun is a star. The sun is the sun is the sun, dipshit. There's another word in there that I didn't want to say. So, but yeah, why would anyone try to convince you the sun is a star? Also, the sun is flat and so is the earth. So don't believe anybody else. Oh no. This next one says, I saw a picture of someone's anatomy and they said, "Why is there a big tapeworm in there?" What you're looking at is someone's intestines. That's not a tapeworm, but if you're really nervous, you should remove them or look inside yourself. And if you think you have a big tapeworm, just take it out. You know? This next one, so a little partial. I'm from Chicago, and it says the beautiful Chicago skyline on Lake Michigan. This is just a picture of Lake Michigan. You were so close. Okay, this is weird and gross. It says my new favorite stuffed animal, and it's a stuffed diagram of like ovaries, and it's really scary looking. Why is that your favorite new stuffed animal? I don't like that. Okay. Another exciting day in the principal's health science. Oh, sorry. 1 second. I'm going to reread that. It's really, really small. Another exciting day in Principles of Health Science, learning how to take temperature. Ha ha ha. And then the comment underneath it says that those are rectal thermometers. And there's a picture of two girls with the thermometers in their mouth. Gross. But I mean, I guess they'll work unless they've been previously used and not cleaned. Then gross. This next one says, I'm enrolling in College as I type. You are enrolling in College, and you were going to get into an Ivy League school with that. Next one. I never knew apples were green. Yup, apples. Sorry, these questions are making me dumb. Apples come in every color of the rainbow, guys. They're even green. This next one says, I think you're, and that's a picture of Fanta, the soda, and a stick, and it's like, I think you're fantastic. Underneath it says, I don't understand why I'm soda drawing. I don't understand why you're soda drawing either. You definitely should never feel like that. Let's see. I think I answered this one last week. Does it rain in Australia? And the answer was no. Goodbye, America. Hello, New York. Yeah, you should definitely. That's a good post because you left America to go to New York. Good for you. Get out, travel more. Okay, this one as a nerd makes me a little upset. It says, me and Spock, she spelled Spack, from Star Wars. Yup, Spock is Chewbacca's right-hand man. Next one is clearly a picture of the Great Wall of China, and Peter, last name blurred out, says, is this in Michigan? Yes, it is. It's the Great Wall of Michigan. Sarah says, heart, happy 2013th birthday, America. Yeah, America's a really old country. Yeah. And then another one says, it's two people by the Eiffel Tower, which may be one of the most famous landmarks in the world. It says, cool, where in Jersey is this? I don't know. Look it up. Where in Jersey is this? One sec. This elevator is so stupid. It already has the buttons for the floor. Oh my God. Okay. So this picture, it says like, this elevator is so stupid. It already has a button for the floor that I'm on. Yeah, it does. That elevator is really dumb. It definitely is faulty. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm sorry. This picture just says, inhale then. I'm sorry. I have to compose myself. Okay. Sorry, I'm breathing in the mic. Okay. It says inhale then outhale. Yep. You just remember, if you ever freak out, just inhale then outhale. Inhale and outhale. Okay. Oh no. This is a meme that says, went to the moon, took 5 photos. Went to the bathroom, took 37 photos. You know what? You're the real hero and the real inspiration for generations to come for taking 37 photos in the bathroom. I'm sure that was a really long journey, a lot of training, really big. Okay, here's a really, really dumb one. Can Siamese twins have sex with each other? This is a real question asked by Emmy, E-M-Y. And it was asked 7 months ago. I don't know the answer to that, and I don't want to answer that question. There's a guy in Egypt, and there's a comment underneath it that says, What's that behind you? Stonehenge? Yup. Stonehenge, big triangle. And there's this thing in England, this rock formation that was built a long time ago. Those are the pyramids. So if you want to go see the pyramids, head on over to England. I think the Titanic is fake, comma. How do they record it when they like all dying in water? Oh no. Okay. I think the Titanic is fake. How do they record it when they all dying in water? You're right. It's weird. How did they record it when they all dying in water? And then one of the responses says, it's a remake of what actually happened, isn't it? And then the thing under that says, the movie ain't alive? Question mark. Yeah, so the people I ain't alive. You're right. Because that happened in 1915, 1917. Yep. And then there's just a bunch of people with face palming, which is probably an accurate assessment for that question. Okay. This one says, oh no, I lost it. Sorry, guys. I can describe it to you. It says, I lost my power in my house and I got to keep warm somehow. And there's a picture of him with a Weber grill in his house. You're right. That is probably the best way to keep warm when it's cold outside. Just bring your grill inside. Do all your cooking. You know what I really hate, guys? I really hate pop-ups and ads. It makes me real angry on my insides. Okay, I have to get back to that because there was some gold there. Okay. Don't hire this architect. I think they mean architect because it's a picture of something that was built. It said, I hate my flute swimming pool. The flute that they're talking about is a violin-shaped swimming pool. What? Okay. This is a question that kind of goes into something we were talking about last time I did one of these episodes. And it says, isn't this how babies work, comma, Jack? Why do women never have to test a DNA to see if the baby theirs? That's literally how it's written. Oh no. Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh boy. This next one says, I really hope you like this UK flag. It's on a phone case. That's not the UK flag. That's the Confederate flag. Maybe that's why people are giving you dirty looks. Just maybe. So I'm sorry for laughing and deafening all of you. This one is name a city that doesn't have the letter A in it. Bet you can't. The top comment says Chicago. There's an A in that. What? Okay, this is a reply to a Twitter comment. It says, need to sit yo mediocre ass down. I think they mean the word mediocre, but you are really close with meaty and an ochre. Good. I'm happy. This person is complaining about Apple for not building good products because he put his phone in the microwave to see if it would last. You know what? That is Apple's fault. Apple, come on, guys. Why aren't you making your phones microwave proof? They're already waterproof and all this other stuff. Come on. This next one, why does Dwayne Johnson look like The Rock? Whoa. I've never realized that they look alike. Someone should get on this and figure out if they're related. So this one says, I wish I could be warm-blooded so I could be warm all the time. You know what? That would be really helpful if you were warm-blooded. Then you would be warm all the time. You're probably cold-blooded. That's probably why your feet get cold sometimes. I understand. My feet get cold sometimes too. It really is an issue. Oh no. So this person says, I just went and got Cat in the Hat nail paintings. They're not Cat in the Hats. They're penises. I'm really sorry. You have to live with those on your toesies. It says, believe it or not, Google didn't invent maps. How do people know what roads to take before Google Maps was made? And they said no, like N-O, not K-N-O-W. They use maps. What? No, I said before Google Maps. There's this thing that was a job, and I think it's still technically a job. It's called being a cartographer. It's people who make maps that existed before Google. There was a world before Google. So this next one says, why I don't get lots of comments on my videos. There's like 7 million people on Earth. Okay. You probably don't get people commenting on your stuff because maybe it's not great. And you're right, there are 7 million people on Earth. You should definitely be getting more comments because they're all super, super interested in what you're saying. So, okay, this is a really long one. What? Okay, so I just paused it and read it so I could wrap my brain around the intelligence in this. So this is a post, and it's essentially, I think it's a mother talking. Maybe it's a father, but I'll summarize it. It says, my children is Mexican-American, and up until Sunday, they skin was tan just right just by being born. Well, Sunday, I let them play in a swimming pool that was just up out of box, no chemicals, chlorine, just playing well in the water, and let them outside for 20 minutes. They came in darker, and it looked like they skin had rocks in it. I scrubbed them in the shower for 20 minutes. Do they have a rare skin condition? No, they probably have a little bit of sunburn, and if you have them in a gross pool, they may have chemical burns. That's probably what's wrong. Or they do have a rare skin condition, and you should just take them to the doctor because being out in the sun is definitely what caused that. What? Oh, no. It just says, how much wine have they already consumed? This is a picture of someone trying to open a wine bottle with a hairbrush. So I'm going to say not enough. What? Okay, it says, when I learned about the Hall of Cost in history class, I was so sad. Yeah, the Hall of Cost, really sad. You might have spelled that word wrong. But it said Lady Liberty did come from France, but that's really no excuse for this mix-up. And it's a girl with the Eiffel Tower. It says selfie with the Statue of Liberty. Yep, nailed it. This one says, has anyone ever noticed that there's still like fire hydrants everywhere? Yeah. Are they thinking fire hydrants shouldn't exist? Or that they're outdated? Does this person not know what is in a fire hydrant? You know what? Okay. Another one says, I just made synonym rolls. Synonym rolls. Let's see. Oh no, guys. This is like the last one I'll do before my brain starts hurting. Found my social security card, and then how can y'all steal my identity if y'all don't know what I look like? Oh no. You're right. They probably have to get plastic surgery to figure out what you look like or do some research, and that's how they can steal your identity. Because little do people believe, or little do people realize, that stealing someone's identity, you have to look like them. So next time you try to scam someone rather, you really got to make sure that you look like the individual. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. What are you even trying, man? But yeah, that was another episode of Russell and Dumb People Online, part 2, guys. That's what this is, because I'm recording this at now it's almost 3 in the morning because I've taken a few pauses to go to the bathroom. Because through the magic of computer editing with this podcast, I can pause and come back, and it's like no time ever passed. It's pretty magical. I think I have some superpowers here. But yeah, so that was pretty much me doing that until I've gone a little bit crazy and have started to wonder how people can be that intelligent online. There's a lot of insight there. There's a lot of really important questions being asked. And I think there's a lot more questions that haven't been asked online that should be asked. But yeah. So yeah, that's this week's episode. I think coming in the future, I may try to do a 2 episode a week thing if people are into that, and have some guest spots maybe from people who I've wanted to have on in the past and haven't made it, so they've made me do this by myself, and it's turning into a 46-minute rant where I'm definitely losing my mind. But also, I can set the stage for you, because this is the official podcast of the room I'm in, just because I don't have any sponsors, so my sponsor is my room. So right now, I'm actually recording this podcast in my room, sitting in front of my computer, but all the lights are out in here, because there's this really weird humming noise that was coming from my fan that's like above me, and it's just like a little bit loose. So I had to turn the light off in here, which turned the fan off. But yeah, so I'm just sitting in a dark room by myself, talking into a microphone, and I'm sure if people could see this, they'd be like, oh no, this guy's crazy, and definitely he's one screw loose from just going AWOL. Because I'm just huddled around a computer, just talking. And I'm sitting next to a window right now, and it's really cold where I am. So half of my body's really hot because I have a vent, and half of me is really cold. And it's just making me super charismatic on this podcast. But yeah, so this week I'm also, since Valentine's Day is coming up, I thought that maybe a Valentine's Day style commentary for a thing may come up to see if that works or see if it sticks. But yeah, I'm still in the works of trying to work out all the kinks of a commentary, and I've come up with a little system just for heads up. So what I'm planning on doing with it, for all of you that definitely care a lot, is it would be Emma and I. We would queue up a movie, and we would have a time code built into the podcast that would tell you when exactly the movie starts, so that you can listen to us in like your ears, or you can have it playing next to you while you're watching a movie, because some people are crazy and they like listening to people talk while they're watching a movie. I don't know. It's not for me, but I've listened to this movie commentary in the car, and that's how I like listening to it. But if people like it or want more of it, I'm 100% down to do that. So that's something that may come in the future. The world of tomorrow is movie podcast or movie commentary or show commentary with Russell and Emma. But also, if you've been listening for the last, what is this, week 14 maybe? Wow, that's crazy. Thank you so much if you've been listening the whole time, or if this is your first episode, or you're tired and this is your last episode. Thank you for listening this far, or thank you for hopping on board now. It means a lot to me and Emma that people still listen, and if you are listening, it means a lot to me, and it helps the show a lot if you're listening on iTunes or Spreaker or wherever you're listening. If you just subscribe as well as listen, because it makes iTunes think that I'm actually relevant, and it really, really, really helps boost the show. So if that's just something you want to do, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. It's just something that you can do, and it really helps the show, and it helps me, and it makes my week just that much happier, unless you want to see me sad, and I guess that's the thing as well. But until, or sorry, I'm losing my mind. It's 3:00 in the morning. But I guess until next time, thank you so much. This has been another episode of Upset Russell reading sad things online for your enjoyment. But thank you again. This is See What Sticks, a podcast about everything and nothing. I'm Russell. Usually Emma's here, and I'm Emma. And thank you so much for listening. And I will catch you guys next week. Toodles!